Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we talk about kind of obscure laws in the Bible and what the heck do they mean and what are they doing in there. So the first one I want to present to you today is the law for testing the infidelity of a cheating wife. So if you go back to the book of Numbers, chapter 5, you come across one of the most obscure laws in the Bible. It says a husband's supposed to bring a a jealousy offering of flour and grain along with his wife. They're supposed to let her hair down. The priest is going to take a little broom and sweep the dust off the tent floor, the tabernacle floor where the presence of God is. And then he's going to pour it into some water. And basically, the law is here, drink this. And if the water doesn't do anything to your abdomen, the dusty water, the bitter water, then she must not have cheated. But if the abdomen swells and she gets dysentery and some other kind of weird funk from the mop dust, then she must have done something wrong. What? Just a weird kind of strange law. One wonders why isn't there a law for the unfaithful husband and what that might involve sweeping up. But again, I think when you see this one, you have to say, okay, this is definitely written patriarchal society, and it's just a one-way law. The woman doesn't have an infidelity law because she's seen as property when this is written. And the idea is to have this kind of dust sweeping of the holy place because from the dirt we're made, the dirt tests our character. This is more than just rubbing dirt in it, though. This is, you know, if you've, I suspect that the hope was that once you sweep up this nasty stuff to put in the water, the woman would say, all right, fine, I did it. Or I'm not drinking that. I can't imagine this worked really and was widespreadly used. There's only one instance when this is even recorded in the Bible, Numbers 5:11. And there's never any text about it actually being used. So this might have been one of the priests, I got a great idea, test fidelity, the fidelity test, but maybe it doesn't work so well in practice. So how does it help us today other than to say there were some spouses back then who were worried about cheating wives in that case? That side of humanity hasn't changed much in a 4,000 years. We still find infidelity amongst partners and spouses and all the emotions that they range. The idea of bringing that before God and having an honest come to God moment of confession is something that I think we take away from it. Being honest in our relationships and seeking forgiveness if there's places of indiscretion where we've broken marital covenants. And how do you do that and try and reconcile? This was one of Israel's earliest attempts to do that. Probably not the best invention in the world of laws, but it's in there. And for anybody who's atheist or agnostic and says, oh, look at that, that's crazy old Hebrew Bible mumbo jumbo, I would just say, look at the laws of Jesus saying, he talks about infidelity a lot and as the only grounds for leaving somebody. And in Mark and Matthew and over divorce. And so Jesus actually goes radically the other way and says, you can't divorce your wife, just because you don't like how she cooks or how she cleans or how she looks at you or how she looks. Whereas before they could just write a piece of paper in this men-driven rule society and say, well, I divorce you, pack your things, go back to your mother's house. And Jesus said, no, you made a vow too. So he actually tightens up and makes it much more equitable for men and women and the laws of protection for wives, not just husbands. So anyway, some food for thought as we look at some unusual laws of Scripture this week, this one in particular. In fact, there's a show that recently had this depicted, and hit me up with a text or an email if you know the answer to that. I'm going to leave that hanging. I'm not going to give you the answer. If you can tell me what show recently had this Old Testament law in its one of its episodes. All right, with that little teaser, until next time, have a wonderful day.